Yes, sir. What's good, buddy? Quay, back at it again. Look, we're looking at IMR Scary Tales. 3 true amusement park horror stories animated. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. If you do know what to do, let's go ahead and get it started. This look kind of weird. What the heck?
In this footage, a kid is getting chased by a man wearing a Pluto costume. Everyone seems to think it's a joke until a woman realizes how this man is trying to terrify the poor kid and intervenes. The story you are about to see is loosely based on this footage.
Why?
I don't think I'll ever feel safe in an amusement park again. This happened during
And why does he feel so bold to do that in front of everybody? Disney World or Disneyland, whatever it's like, it'd be packed. Somebody who went there, it's packed. Why do that in front of so many people in broad daylight? Now, I'm not saying that that kid should get abducted. I'm not saying that. But if he were to abduct them, the smartest way to do it is not in front of all them people.
Vacation when I was 10 years old and my sister was 7. We went to stay with our aunt for a while. Aunt Shelly was the most fun-loving adult I have ever met in my life.
Shout out Aunt
When
Shelly.
my parents were busy restricting us, she came with loads of chocolates and bags of fun ideas. My sister Ruth was deeply fond of her. A big smile appeared on her face every time we went to visit Aunt Shelly. So as I was saying, this one summer, Ruth and I went to stay with our aunt. Our parents were going on a hiking trip, hence the opportunity came. Our dad drove us to her house. The moment we reached the gate, we saw Aunt Shelly waiting for us on her porch.
There are my 2 jelly beans. Come on, give your aunt a hug.
I missed you.
My sister ran to her while saying this. Aunt Shelly took Ruth in her arms
like
and showered her with kisses. She then caressed my cheek and welcomed us into the house.
I don't like
After
that
an
kissing
hour of
animation.
chit-chat, my dad got up to leave. He looked at me and my sister and said,
"You kids be good, okay? Don't give Aunt Shelly any trouble." "We won't, Dad."
Aunt Shelly hugged Dad and said,
The kids will be just fine. Don't worry about them.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a nice trip, you two.
"Thanks, Shelly. See you when we get back. Take care. Bye, kids."
My dad hugged us, and then we watched him drive away.
Come on, kids. Let's go inside.
We went in with our aunt. She cooked us a delicious lunch and afterwards took us for ice creams.
Nah, she
While eating
cool.
her favorite strawberry sundae, Ruth asked Aunt Shelly,
What are we gonna do for fun?
You are getting smarter, young lady.
She chuckled in her innocent voice, and I added,
"Aren't you going to take us somewhere?"
Well, I sure would. How about a fun day at Disneyland tomorrow?
Nice.
What? We're gonna go to Disneyland? Oh, Aunt Shelly, you're the best!
Yeah, Disneyland! Disneyland!
We both hugged our aunt in joy because
Nah, that's a good trip.
Disneyland happens to be every kid's dream place. The next morning, we packed our bags and started our journey. We were laughing and cheering. We spotted the big towers peeking from distance. We couldn't control our joy anymore.
I wouldn't mind going to
Ruth
Disneyland.
jumped from the car. I ran behind her. Aunt Shelly called out,
Easy, kids. We have all day.
I'm gonna leave you behind, Andrew.
No, you won't!
I still remember how I and my sister laughed while running to the gate of our dream place. People were standing in line waiting to enter. Kids were going crazy, and so were we. After the tickets, Aunt Shelly got us cotton candy. We were deciding which ride to try on first when Ruth said,
Look, there's Donald.
I followed her eyes and saw a big Donald Duck standing near the roller coaster holding a bunch of colorful balloons.
Look kind of thick.
Kids were rushing to him, and he gave them balloons.
Let's go, Ruth!
I screamed in joy. We took pictures with Donald, and Aunt Shelly laughed, seeing us having the best time of our lives.
Having a good old
We bought
time.
some chocolate
Great time.
popcorn and Mickey-shaped pretzels. Ruth stopped by a toy shop and begged Aunt Shelly to buy her one. Aunt Shelly asked me if I would like to come, but I wanted to eat my popcorn in peace, so I said, I'll wait here.
Okay then, you go sit on the bench and don't even try to wander around until your sister and I come back, all right?
Yes, Aunt Shelly.
I agreed to her, being the obedient kid I was, and went to sit down at the bench. They went to the toy shop, and I began to enjoy my popcorn while watching the view. The bench was located right beside a Matterhorn bobsled. People were screaming as the bobsled was going up and down. I thought I would ask Ruth to go to that ride once she comes back.
Which one better,
Everything was going
Disney
just
World
as it
or?
should when I saw Pluto walking towards me from a left-hand side corner. He stopped in front of me and said,
"Are you having fun?"
I smiled and replied,
Why are you talking like Goofy? You're Pluto. You don't talk.
I do. Do you know we are stepbrothers?
What? Bro, what? Bro, they gotta redesign this, man. This joint, if I went to Disney World or Land as a kid and I seen this, I'm running straight into the store with my aunt and my sis, bro. What the heck is this? They gonna lose customers with customs like this.
As stupid as I thought he was, I still decided to play along with him.
Fine. Yes, I'm loving this place.
I was just thinking about coming to see you. What are we gonna do
What
today,
the
I
heck?
wonder?
I'm gonna ride the bobsled with my sister and aunt.
Oh, I thought you wanted to stop for a chat or something.
Well, we can talk until they get back.
Yuck! Oh, where are they?
I pointed my finger at the toy shop. Pluto weirdly shook his body and made a gesture like he was laughing. He asked,
So, who's your favorite Disney cartoon?
being a kid, I gave him an honest reply.
Easy. Donald Duck. I just met him. We clicked so many pictures. He's my sister's favorite too.
Donald, huh?
Saying this, he slowly tilted his head to one side and kept staring at me being in that posture.
You should have said
He didn't
Pluto.
move. He didn't speak.
Pissed.
Just sat like that, staring at me. Being a little creeped out by this behavior, I asked,
That's
What
weird,
is
though.
it?
Oh, nothing. I just thought you liked me.
Well, you are great too.
You're lying!
Saying this, he flipped my popcorn tub
What
and
the heck?
everything spilled on my clothes. I felt angry with what he did.
You are a stupid guy wearing a Pluto costume and talking like Goofy. No one likes you. I'm gonna tell my aunt and she's gonna report you.
Dang.
Gosh, that's great!
You're a freak.
Gosh, I sure like you!
I kicked on his foot in anger and he screamed.
Wowee! That makes my day!
What the heck?
Leave me alone or I'm gonna scream.
Yeah.
He slowly got up and took a few steps back from me. He then said in a creepy tone,
Look how big I smile. Gotta love that smile.
Psycho.
What the heck?
I got up to leave when suddenly he grabbed my hand. The grasp was so tight
Nah.
that I could feel his bony fingers clawing into my flesh.
Nah, you gotta
even
scream
though
or
he was
something.
wearing a costume. That's when I realized I am in trouble.
Yeah.
He stooped down to my level, got close to my face, and said,
Is it weird that I like the sound of screaming?
and then he let me go. After a few seconds of shock, when I
the-
understood I'm free, I turned back and ran. But Pluto started to chase me as well.
The heck? What's
It
wrong with
was
this
the most
guy? This
terrifying time of my life. I was getting chased by a psycho Pluto in a park filled with people. I
that's
screamed at the top of my lungs.
Help! Help me, Aunt Shelly!
She heard my scream and turning around, saw me coming in her direction at full speed.
nah. Pluto gotta go,
In a
bruh.
maniac Disney cartoon who was said to be a kid's friend. My vision started to blur. I was on the verge of collapsing when I looked behind me. Pluto had his hand stretched towards me, and he was getting
Nah, he
closer
trying to
each
get.
second.
He a little too close,
I
man. What the?
screamed one last time.
Somebody help me!
Most people thought we were just playing, so no one did anything.
Nah.
Luckily, my aunt realized my cry for help. She jumped from the shop counter, and before Pluto could reach me, grabbed his hand. He stopped, and then my aunt pushed him hard, which made him fall to the ground.
There we
She
go.
took me into her arms, and I told her what just happened. Finally, getting the hint that something was wrong, a few people approached us. The man dressed as Pluto got up to sneak away, but my aunt yelled.
Don't let him escape. He was scaring my nephew. Grab him by the neck. I'll report him to security.
Facts.
So what was supposed to be a fun day ended in a terrorizing memory.
Get that man.
We didn't stay there once the securities came and took Pluto away. I still have no idea how the man underneath the costume looked, but while leaving, he turned back at me one last time and waved goodbye. I just hope that was our first and last encounter in this lifetime.
Man, what? Man, Pluto's trying to. It's a weird clip.
Hey guys, I hope you're
Yeah, that's a weird little clip. I'm thinking, low key, I'm thinking somebody must have snuck in there, put on the little costume, and start terrorizing that kid, man. For what? Like he ain't planning on kidnapping, just like hearing them scream. That's weird. That's not normal. Like why? Like there was no purpose of interacting with that kid except to terrorize him. What the frick? Horror bad. Oh.
In the above footage, some kids go to the House of Terror of an amusement park. At the end of it, you can see how a man tries to scare them. What they don't know is that he was not part of the attraction. Following this creepy found footage, you will now see an animated dramatized version. Today is the 2nd anniversary of that day.
Dang.
The day that changed my life. That day, we were partying with our college friends. We had recently passed our exams, and since we all did well, Chris, Barry, and I were supposed to meet Tyler, who was about to quit his job at the amusement park. We always thought it was the best job in the world, but it wasn't for him, a shy, introverted person who preferred not to have to deal with people. Because he was going to quit his job the next day and leave the country to study abroad, Tyler told us to go to the park at night so we could have the party of our lives.
No, sir.
An amusement park all to ourselves, all night, or until the police discovered us, to which we had an escape plan and keys to the back door. We snuck into the park and entered with a copy of the key Tyler had left us.
Man, they can do that if they want. I'm gonna be staying inside, playing the Sega Genesis, playing Super Mario Sunshine, bro. Ain't no way I'm gonna be in the middle of the night after hours into a little haunted amusement park. No.
And as we entered, the lights came on and our friend greeted us.
Rosie, Barry, and Chris, nice to welcome you to my quarters.
Wow, this place looks huge without people.
Are you sure these lights won't disturb the neighbors? What about the cameras? Don't worry, we always turn this place on at night for mechanical testing, and I've taken care of the cameras myself, so you have nothing to worry about. You heard him, guys, nothing to worry about. Which game are we going to first? I definitely want to go to the Mountain of Terror.
Well, duh.
Definitely
of course,
not.
We're going there first. As we headed there, Tyler stopped us.
I still don't think I would.
Voice.
Wait! You can't go there yet! I have to activate it separately. You guys go around the park and I'll let you know, okay?
Oh, okay. We can wait.
I mean, we have a whole park to ourselves. Let's go!
Without paying much attention to our friends, we went around and explored the park.
Yeah, I don't think I was.
Although we had fun watching the rides and playing some games that didn't require an operator, I didn't feel comfortable at all. I'd never noticed how lonely, quiet, and spooky a park made for people to have fun could feel.
Creepy.
It was as if the laughter of the children brought life to a place that could easily be the home of a killer clown. I was trapped in my thoughts until we saw from afar the lights of the Mountain of Terror turn on, and we ran like children. When we arrived, we didn't see Tyler, but a very deep voice greeted us from a speaker.
Welcome to the Mountain of Terror.
That man Tyler trying to scare him.
Get ready for a night you will never forget.
There's somebody else in there.
Rosie, Chris, and Barry. Welcome to the last day of your lives.
Did he pay someone for that recording? Wow, Tyler really takes this seriously.
Suddenly, the doors opened.
Oh, that is Tyler.
A fenced cage arrived. The cage stopped in front of us, and the doors opened. We all got on the ride, the doors closed, and the game began. The attraction started out pretty basic, with some skulls appearing in front of us, and some animatronics of clowns and monkeys jumping.
That ain't too bad.
Expected. But after a few seconds, something strange started to happen. The speed of the cage was changing in a strange way. It was getting slower and slower, but then suddenly it would have bursts of speed that caused us to fall over.
Oh,
We
nah.
are sorry to inform you that we have a technical failure. A fire was detected in the next part of the attraction. Get off the cage as fast as you can.
What?
Terrified, Barry started to try to open the gate.
Can't
but
get
it
out,
wouldn't
bro.
budge. Hey, calm down.
Y'all stuck.
This is Tyler's work. The voice said our names, remember? It's a pre-recorded voice. There's no fire ahead. My words seemed to calm him down. He even gave a shy laugh.
It seems the bastard really wanted to make this game fun for us.
As the game progressed, we came across an animatronic of a mime ready to scare us. But instead, a man in a skull mask jumped against the fence, scaring us to death.
What?
We all jumped back in fear as the attraction continued. A few
Yeah, man,
seconds
he not supposed to
later,
be in there,
the
though.
lights went out, and opening its doors in the process, the cage stopped.
Damn, Tyler. He even went to the trouble of disguising himself?
No, it can't be him. It takes someone to stop the game and play with the speeds.
Does this mean he invited someone else to scare us? Is he out of his mind?
There's somebody
Whatever
else,
it
bro.
is, I don't
Nah.
think this is gonna go any further. He stopped it, so we have to walk.
Damn lunatic.
Terrified, we advanced on foot, giving little screams with each scare at the attraction. We were about to finish the game. We looked ahead, and the exit doors were closed, but we still decided to advance toward them through a long black tunnel in which we could only see the little light that came out from under the exit door.
Joint creepiest.
We started banging on them so that Tyler
Fuck.
would open them for us.
Show's over, asshole. Let us out.
Chris
And we
shouted
stuck?
patiently.
Hey, look
Nah.
behind us.
When we both turned around, on the other side of the tunnel, in the darkness, the silhouette of the same man we found at the side of the mime was standing with a lantern in his hand.
Oh my god. Hey, asshole. Time to tell Tyler to open the door.
Chris, wait!
Come on, guys. This whole show was scary and we should give him credit, but leaving us locked in here is just annoying.
Meanwhile, the silhouette just kept standing, expectant of Chris, who was heading in his direction.
Oh,
Who the
nah.
hell are you? Ethan? Diego?
No, sir.
When Chris got close enough,
What's about to
the
happen?
man lifted half of his mask and revealed his lips, torn and burned.
Ugh.
With them, he blew out the lantern's fire, and from one moment to the next, the cave was completely dark again.
Help! Open the door!
Even though we couldn't see anything, Chris's screams echoed throughout the cave. Neither of us dared to move. As soon as they started, they finished. After a few seconds of total silence, heavy footsteps began to advance in our direction.
Help! Open the door!
Yeah, they gotta hurry up and get out of there, bro.
Please get us out of here. Help!
Sound like bro
And
died.
so the three heroes found themselves in a dilemma. The doors were closed, the darkness was devouring them, and the monsters were getting closer and closer. Who will save them?
When the man was about to reach us, a ray of light invaded the cave, and one of the two doors opened. On the other side was Tyler, laughing loudly. We quickly escaped the cave and faced him.
Yeah, it's time to get up.
Best horror house ever, right, guys?
Furious, Barry grabbed him by the neck and pressed him against the closed door.
What the fuck, asshole? We thought we were gonna die. Oh, come on, guys. You can't take a joke? Where's your sense of humor?
Nah, bro, we missing somebody.
Tyler was still laughing like a lunatic. His introverted and calm personality was totally gone. It was like he was a new person. Chris was part of the joke too? Who's the man in the costume?
Maybe he's a ghost. Ooh.
Alright, Tyler's crazy.
Whatever. Is your asshole friend gonna stay in there? What? Seriously, guys, what are you talking about?
You know what we're talking about. The masked idiot inside the game.
What? No, I don't know what...
Oh, snap.
Who are you? Stop! Stop!
Hey, man. Time to run home, bro.
Tyler!
I'm running home, bro.
For a few seconds,
I'm gone.
No more screams were heard from Tyler. Terrified, we fell silent, and silence took over the entire park. the door behind the game began to open slowly, and even in the shadows, terrifying eyes stared at us from behind them.
Why they ain't
Without a
run?
word, we ran and ran. At times, we turned around to see if there was anyone behind
what
us,
the
but no one was following us. That didn't stop us from running until eventually we got out of the amusement park.
They should have been
As
gone.
soon as we got out, someone turned off the lights from inside, and the place just went silent. Since no one knew we were going to the amusement park, no one knew what happened to Tyler and Chris. To the world, they just disappeared without a trace. The roller coaster ran normally the next day, and no one saw anything out of the ordinary.
What happened to the bodies?
Barry and I promised ourselves not to talk about it, as no one would believe us, and it would only make us suspects of a crime we didn't commit. After that day, I could never go to an amusement park again, for fear that this masked man might be out there, looking to finish the job.
Dang. Came in, thinking it was a joke, came in, killed 2 of the guys. Listen, man, as soon as that door would have opened, I would have got up out of there, bro, expeditiously. Ain't no way. After just seeing what happened, we gotta get out of there. Even in the first place, I wouldn't even be there. All right, I'm gonna be inside playing on my Super Nintendo, playing Halo 2. All right, so I will not be participating in any extracurricular activities that involves any type of horror content. All right, so that's just something I won't be doing.
You will be enrolling at a certain academy as a student. And a special independent study project awaits you. The Treasure Hunt. Through it, you'll embark on a journey to find treasure of your own here in Paldea.
What the heck? This must be from the 2016 clown joint. Nah. What is he doing? What the heck is he doing?
In the above footage, a drone camera was set up to capture videos of an abandoned amusement park. As the camera rolled over the water slide, it found a clown roaming inside this creepy abandoned park.
Why?
The clown started to run once it spotted the camera. Following this creepy found footage, you will now see an animated, dramatized version. Let me start by saying that I grew up in Nashville. My mom worked 2 jobs while my brother and I stayed home by ourselves during the summer. I was the eldest at 13, and my younger brother, Joshua, was 10. We got along pretty well. Both of us didn't go out much, so our world revolved around 2 people, my mom and Grandpa, who we called Gramps. His home was about a 15-minute walk from ours. One particular day, Joshua said Gramps had called and told us to come over as soon as we could.
What kind of
We
controller
grabbed our
is
bikes
that?
and sped to his house until sweat poured down our foreheads. We were expecting the worst.
What kind of shirt is
Maybe a
that?
break-in. But when we walked inside, there was Gramps, sitting on his red high back chair with a
Look
smile
pissed.
on his face.
You'll never believe what I have here, boys.
He waved around 3 tickets in his hand. Joshua ran over to Gramps and reached for the tickets.
Hey, Nathan, we're going to a theme park.
He said with a smile spreading across his entire face.
Cool? Yeah, that's
What?
cool.
Hell no.
I said in disbelief.
What?
Language, son. And hell yes. I entered a contest a few months back, and the tickets just came.
This has to be some sort of trick. No way it's true.
Why you don't want to
Why you
go?
always gotta be that way, Nathan? Fine, we can go. But if we see anything weird, we're gonna leave that moment. Deal.
Gramps, Joshua, and I hopped into his Chevy.
Man, music
I
parts
was
is
shocked to see
fire.
that the invitation was located in such a ghetto area in the middle of nowhere. It was about a 30-minute drive.
There ain't no ghetto.
We need this kind of change, son. This will help our community. This theme park might raise our community right out of poverty.
I started to say, but
Train
Gramps
line.
interrupted me. Sure enough, the park
Who's
was
that guy
real.
right there?
I could see the roller coasters.
Why
and
does he look
Ferris
like
wheel in
that?
the background. The music from the carousel echoed throughout the parking lot. That's when I noticed the logo, but something seemed off about it. The lettering was somehow distorted. The entrance was empty. There wasn't a person in sight except for the attendant.
Welcome to Dreamland Park.
Bro, looks
Are you the
scary.
lucky winners of the early passes?
Hell yes, we are.
Wonderful. Remember, the park is still under construction. We are trying our best to rejuvenate this place after being abandoned for so many years.
Sure, we understand.
Enjoy then. You're going to have a magical time.
Bro,
When
not
he
even.
smiled, all of his teeth were yellow, as if he hadn't brushed them in ages. He let out a creepy laugh while his belly trembled from the skin-tight green uniform.
Bro, don't even look
Joshua
human.
ran straight towards the biggest roller coaster.
Definitely not stepping in
Gramps
there.
steadily ran after him.
I'll catch up to you.
I said, examining the park.
This is Goofy Run.
From the corner of my eye, I saw two employees dressed the
Goofy
same as
Run.
the attendant, standing at some distance. The employees were talking among themselves. I walked the opposite way to avoid them. But still, I just couldn't shake off the feeling that something was odd about this whole place. I steadily moved forward and found a funhouse that was under construction.
No.
I walked inside, hoping that the animatronics would be the only thing that I ran into. Instead, met me with a bunch of garbage lying all over the place. Broken,
Disgusting.
shattered pieces of glass were everywhere on the floor. As I walked through every room, I was greeted by spider webs and wild saplings growing in the damp walls until I reached the last section. It was a funhouse full of mirrors. But I wasn't the only one in there. I saw a guy dressed in a Bobo clown costume staring at me.
Time to go.
I couldn't guess his exact position as his reflection was too many mirrors. Finally, he spoke in a low and sunken voice.
I feel so lonely out here.
That's all I need to hear. I'm going. I'm going. First of all, I'm not even stepping foot in here. Not only that, a clown looking like that is dark. It's supposed to be just me in here and something else here. Bro. Plus, it's a clown? Gone. Bucket it. Wherever direction he at, man, wherever position in the room he at, we'll figure that later. But right now, I'm running, man.
Why? Don't the employees talk to you? They're scared of me. They don't want people to know that I exist.
What?
Why? Because I wanted to eat. What? That's not anything to be scared about. I have some gum if you want.
No, he's not talking
I
about
don't like
gum.
gum.
You want you.
I only eat one thing.
People.
By the time I could figure out how weird this conversation was
Boys.
getting, it was too late. The clown let out an ear-to-ear smile and said,
I eat meat.
Boy me.
Human meat. What?
and that's when I heard Joshua scream out loud.
Looks like your brother spooked himself out.
I rushed out of the funhouse, straight to the direction from where his scream came from. When I reached there, I saw my brother and my grandpa staring at a
good.
bush nearby.
He good.
Gramps was trying to comfort my younger brother as he got scared discovering this huge clown head lying in this abandoned park.
It's okay, Joshua. There's no one out there.
No, I saw him. The clown was there. I saw him, Grips. I saw him. He was smiling at me while holding a big, sharp knife.
I don't know why. That's when I felt the goosebumps. I looked at my grandpa and said,
Gramps, I think we should leave.
Gramps looked over at Joshua, who was in tears already.
Why didn't
Okay,
abandon joint, bro? It's time
let's
to
go
go.
home.
He grabbed Joshua by the hand, and we ran as fast as we could to the exit. We came across that same attendant who let us in. He smiled and said,
What do you think of this place then? Do you like it?
No.
without answering his question, I said in an angry voice,
You guys better kick out those two clowns or else no one will come here. Creepy psychos. They scared my brother to...
but without letting me finish, the man said with a confused face,
We don't have clowns here. This place is still not open to hire. It's just the three of us working here.
The ground beneath my feet swept away. I saw a clown, and so did my brother.
The four of us.
I know Joshua won't lie on such matters. My grandpa looked at me and asked,
What's going on?
with shivering lips. I replied,
Please take us home.
Now.
But you didn't see the major attractions. Don't you want to be the first one to enjoy this place?
No.
We've seen enough! Come on, let me give you a personal tour. I promise you won't be
Let it be, son. We will come back some other time.
Hearing my grandpa's serious voice, the man stopped pushing us.
Yeah, man.
He too guessed that something was not right here. We started to walk back to the car when the attendant yelled from behind.
Thank you. Come again soon.
The two of us didn't say a word.
I ain't never coming back, man.
Even though Gramps kept asking us about those clowns. Joshua locked himself in his room after we reached home. I banged on his door, but he didn't come out. I had to call Mom to come get us. We told her everything, and that's when her face turned pale. She looked at my grandpa and said with a fearful voice,
You went to the abandoned theme park today?
Yep.
Feeling a little embarrassed for all that happened to Joshua, my grandpa said in an apologetic voice,
They're renovating this place, and I won the tickets, so I thought it would be fun to...
Are you crazy? Don't you know what happened there last night?
Why? What happened?
A few truckers reported killer clowns roaming that area. One of them even got robbed and stabbed in the back while trying to escape them. I can't believe the employees let you in.
Eventually, the cops raided the theme park that
The
night.
employee was
and
in
didn't
on
find
it.
anyone. Not the clowns, not those two employees, and not even the freaky attendant. Now, when I think about it,
They was in
I
on it.
realize it was all a trap.
Yeah.
They were probably in this all together. A gang of thugs, among which 2 people dressed as those freaky clowns, and the other 3 let us in to become their scapegoats. I feel lucky every day that we decided to leave that place before it would have been too late. God knows what would have happened if we agreed to take that personal tour. The attendant was so excited to take us home.
Yeah, you would have died, man. You mess around, took the tour, you'd have been dead. It'd have been over. It would have been a wrap for you, buddy. You'd have been a goner. But that's it. That's 3 true animated amusement park horror stories. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Me personally, anything with horror, at least when it comes to any type of amusement situations, won't be happening. The most I'll do is listen to stories like these. I'll play a game, but that's it. That's it. Going outside and seeing some horror stuff? No, sir. Will not be doing it. But what if they paid you, Quebec's? Can't pay me. Will not be doing it. But hopefully you guys enjoy it, though. Quemex, aka your favorite horror clown.